Welcome back to Eagle Reviews.
I'm Eddie.
I'm Jip.
And I'm Oos. And today we're reviewing Skinamarink. A 2023 indie horror film with a $15,000 budget. As the description says, two kids are stuck in a house, their doors and their windows go missing, and their parents go missing.
The director actually had a YouTube channel solely for the purpose of reconnecting with his nightmares or showing his nightmares on film.
Could have been directed by a high school church team.
Church team.
Sorry. Church team.
Could have been edited by a high school band of mathletes.
What?
For all we know.
What are you talking about, man?
It could have been directed by a high school group of chess players.
So basically, I feel like any one of us could have made this movie. But the whole film was shot in this weird grainy look, and they just really emphasized like these long holds on a specific corner of a house. The entire movie is just corners of a house. Corners of a door, a window, Legos.
I just want to rock. Body yada yada.
Sorry.
Because it was shot in this grainy look, your eyes kind of trick you and your brain into imagining things that you don't know is intentionally being shown to you. And I think that aspect was working really well. However, there was just nothing to latch onto the film. There was nothing, just shots.
Here's an undershot of the bed. Here's a shot of something that we can barely visibly see. It was very frustrating. It was very nauseating too. Like, I had to look away sometimes. And the film is just really boring.
You have to expend so much energy to like this film. You have to lock yourself in a room, turn off all the lights, make sure no one is around you, break up with your girlfriend and be in depression. Because of that, many people would think it's smarter than it actually is and make up theories around the entire movie. And kind of almost fill in the gaps that the movie didn't give you. What am I getting from this film? And if you want to make the argument that it's an experimental film where everyone makes their own version in their head, I recommend something called The Lighthouse.
Take the abstract nature of it and throw it out. You give me $15,000 and a camera, and I'm for sure going to have a better plot, better story than just leaving something to the imagination, because at that point, why even go to the movie? Just put on a black screen and just tell me, think about a movie in your head.
I can respect the unique take that this film was trying to go for. However, when you're just simply putting up shots and leaving everything to the imagination, it gives me nothing to grab onto. You have to give me a story, you have to give me characters that I like in order for me to fill in those gaps that you want me to fill in. We like interpreting stuff our own way. Like in Birdman, we would like to have our story there, have our characters, but leave a little bit of ambiguity. Whereas this film is just strictly ambiguity. I, for one, am extremely afraid of the dark. And I feel like that's what this was going for. You see different images and your mind can kind of play tricks on you. This movie doesn't make me feel that way. Instead of me being afraid of this film, I'm more exhausted and it's just very tiresome, and me trying to get through the 1 hour and 40-minute runtime is so draining of my time, or I could be doing something else entirely.
Believe me and Eddie tried to like this movie. Oos wanted to leave and eat food, but we're like, yo, let's give this 10 more minutes, 15 more minutes, because we're big horror fans. I know you are too, but like, we watch a lot of experimental horror. We saw Lux Eterna. We enjoyed that film.
It doesn't take me long enough to understand that if you give me a plate of trash, it will always be trash. My intention is not to really sit here and ridicule this movie, but there is not that many shining lights to the movie that I can really sit here and tell you. I like some of the shots of the feet. That's all I saw.
Oh my God.
Was feet. All I heard were foot sounds. At 70 minutes into the film, there are 30 minutes left. That's where we finally see our villain. That's where we finally get the first jump scare. The whole entire 0 to 70 mark is literally 10 lines of dialogue between Kevin and Kaylee wondering What is happening?
In the movie's defense, the starting few minutes, I was kind of like, okay, I kind of like where this is going. This is very unique to me. This is like nothing we've ever seen. I'll give it that. It is very unique, and I can get where it's going. At the same time, you have to give us more. We love long movies. We love short movies, and this should have been a 30-minute short film, and it could have been so much more effective. This movie is frustrating because it can be good. I know for a fact this movie can work.
I feel like if you use the techniques that were used in this movie, which in my opinion were good, and insert them into a better horror movie, then we would have something where I would actually be terrified. But just the technique alone will not work. It's like trying to make a pizza and you forget the sauce and the cheese and you just have the dough. That's
And
it.
throw the dough out into the freeway and let it get run over by an 18-wheeler.
Pizza time.
The movie made $800,000 at the box office. I congratulate the success of this director. I just hope it doesn't get to him in the wrong way, because in no way, shape, or form was this a good film. That's like giving me a book with nothing written in it and saying, write your own book. I want this director to succeed, but I also want him to understand that, as Eddie said, we need more.
And I can't even figure out why this movie is called Skinamarink.
Skinamarink-a-dink-a-dink, Skinamarink-a-doo. I
Love you. Like, what is a Skinamarink? Can you guys, can y'all comment down? Because I have no idea what a Skinamarink is, and I've looked it up and nothing comes up.
We want to be educated. If we're missing something from this movie, comment it down below, because I don't understand the hype. I don't think this is a film. No conflict, no theme, no message, no interesting dialogue. It's all very obscure.
Actually, go see the film for yourself. I wouldn't discourage you guys to not go see the film. I want smaller directors to actually get their shine.
Kyle Edward, you made the bag, bro. And that deserves an applause from himself. 15,000 into 800,000, you're the man, bro.
And counting. But that's the beauty of film, though. We didn't like the film, but so many others did, and we could have conversations about that. And that's what the beauty of what we're trying to do here.
Eddie, what would you rate this film?
I don't have many out, but I'm sorry. I'm going to have to give this film a half a star out of 5. It's just not a movie. It's not a film, and I don't want to know the ending, and I don't really care for it, and I'm not gonna see it on Shudder. I'm sorry, it's not for me. What about you, Giancarlo?
If there was an option to give this an NA, I would. Because this is literally not a movie. It's a little unfair for me to rate it as a movie, but it is in theaters. It's being marketed as a movie. So you guys brought this upon yourselves. However, I am happy for your success. Enjoy whatever you're gonna buy with that money. You're the man. But your movie sucks. I'm sorry. I'm sure it'll be a great YouTube video or experimental video or I don't know, proof of concept, but it is not a movie. Half a star out of 5.
And you?
If I could give this a 0, I would. I literally left saying what as my letterbox. I don't know what more to do, what more to think about. It doesn't stick with me. The only thing I want to do is take a shower and rub the stench of this film out of my mind. And for that, you get half a star.
If you guys want us to review anything else, you can also comment down there. And that's it from us. Where you go?